Welcome to our video on the best GPU for 1440p gaming. In this video, we'll take a look at the top graphics cards on the market that are designed to handle the demands of playing games at a 1440 resolution. We'll consider factors such as performance, power consumption, and price to help you make an informed decision on which GPU is right for you. Whether you're looking to build a new gaming PC or upgrade your existing one, this video will provide you with all the information you need to choose the best GPU for your needs. Starting our list with NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 does for 4K gaming what the GeForce GTX 970 did for 1080p gaming back when it was released, by bringing a whole new world of image quality to the mainstream PC gamer. When we first fired up the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070, we were impressed by how well this mid-tier card did, especially when compared to the previous generation's flagship, the RTX 2080 Ti, especially considering how much cheaper it is. In essence, the RTX 3070 is able to deliver incredibly smooth 1440 performance on maxed-out settings, and is even capable of running demanding games in 4K without too much compromise on those settings as well. It also is fairly efficient, requiring just 220 watts to run. While it might not be the most powerful card on the market, it's powerful enough to meet the demands of most gamers. Just be aware that if you spring for the Founders Edition, it comes with a 12-pin power connector that might require an adapter, so consider a third-party card if that's a concern. Long story short, the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 is without a doubt the best graphics card on the market for most people. It delivers performance on par with the RTX 2080 Ti at less than half the price, truly bringing 4K gaming to the mainstream for the first time. At number 2, it's AMD Radeon RX 6600 XT. While the AMD Radeon RX 6600 XT is an amazing card for 1080p gaming, it's quite capable of delivering stellar results in 1440 as well. When we tested it in 1440, we were able to get over 60 FPS in games like Horizon Zero Dawn and Metro Exodus, and it stayed cool under pressure. There may not be a cooler GPU out there, literally, so we can push it without worrying about thermal throttling. Another point in its favor is the fact that it doesn't require a giant power supply to run. Unfortunately, it's slightly more expensive than the RTX 3060, which provides a similar amount of power. Its ray tracing performance is also not quite as good as that of NVIDIA card. But for what it offers and how much it costs, it's a fantastic card for anyone wanting to play in 1440 without breaking the bank. At number 3, it's AMD Radeon RX 6700 XT graphic card. The AMD Radeon RX 6700 XT is an excellent 1440p graphics card, bringing the RDNA 2 architecture to a slightly more affordable price. However, its proximity to the RTX 3070 in price means that it might not be the best choice, depending on the games you want to play. While AMD has been successfully battling Intel with its CPU offerings, it's had a harder time differentiating itself from NVIDIA when it comes to graphics cards. It doesn't help that some of its most recent GPUs, such as the AMD Radeon RX 6700 XT, are not really any cheaper than its direct competition. With that being said, the 6700 XT doesn't need to be cheaper since its performance is so superb. We found this card to run graphics-intensive games in 1440p without breaking a sweat. In some instances, it matches the performance of the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070. We were able to run Metro Exodus on high settings and get 74 FPS, for instance. Unfortunately, that changes when we turn on ray tracing. While ray tracing is on hand here, it's not yet perfected, so we suggested turning it off or lowering the resolution to 1080p. At number 4, it's AMD Radeon RX 6800. The AMD Radeon RX 6800 marks AMD's return to the high-end graphics card market, delivering 4K gaming performance on par with the RTX 3070. However, the lack of features, especially those around upscaling, means that ray tracing is a wash at 4K. With the AMD Radeon RX 6800, Team Red proved that it could compete not just in the budget and mid-range markets, but on the premium side as well. In particular, it gives its direct rival, the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070, a run for its money in both performance and value. We were not only impressed by its thermal efficiency and low power consumption, but by its feature set, which includes Radeon Boost for competitive gamers looking for an edge, as well as Smart Access Memory, which allows you to boost performance when paired with certain AMD CPUs, though you have to go into the BIOS of your computer for that. Of course, the RX 6800's performance is on point. Though it can handle 4K gaming, the RX 6800 shines most at 1440p when ray tracing has been enabled. At number 5, it's NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 Ti graphic card. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 Ti is a very powerful GPU, bridging the gap between 1440p and 4K gaming. It can dabble in that higher resolution for some games, though we found it to struggle a little bit when pushed. But when it comes to 1440p, the RTX 3060 Ti is rock solid. Now the ray tracing has been around for a generation. The 3060 Ti does an excellent job of implementing it without too many hits to the performance. While a superb graphics card, and probably more than what most people looking at gaming in 1440p need, it's not perfect as it comes with an annoying 12-pin power connector that's not standard. But you do get an 8-pin adapter. On the plus side, this GPU stays much cooler than its predecessors when running graphically intensive tasks. And with that, we come to the end of our review. We hope this video helps you to pick the best GPU for playing games at 1440p.